All. Hi all, I am Prasant Thakre. Welcome in the series of AWS Solution Architect Certification Exam Dump. Let's jump on the question. A company will run different data analytics job on large petabyte scale data set. So let's highlight the end point here provided into the question. A company will run different data analytics jobs. So just I am highlighting running the analytics jobs, and there is a petabyte scale data set using standard SQL and existing business intelligence tool. The data is mostly structured, but part of the data is unstructured. So there are the four kind of requirement that we need to run. We need to run the analytical jobs. Then it is a petabyte data, and it is a semi-structured data. So I'm marking as 3 because structure plus unstructured is kind of a semi-structured data. Let's jump on the option, but before that, it is question is saying that what technology should be used to support this use case. So use case is saying that we that storage must be capable to store the petabyte scale data set, as well as we can run on the top of that the analytics job, and it should be capable to store the semi-structured data. Option A, an Amazon Aurora database cluster with 15 replica distributed across the availability zone. So replica distributed zones is useful when you need the higher performance on the read queries. But Amazon Aurora is basically RDS, and you cannot store the semi-structured data, and as well as you cannot run the analytics job on the top of that with higher efficiency. And about the petabyte data scale, it is not the good decision to choose the Aurora. So I am marking it as a wrong option. The B, Amazon Redshift with Amazon Redshift Spectrum. So I will take this option later. Let's jump on the option C. Option C is saying that Amazon DynamoDB with Amazon DynamoDB Accelerator. So Amazon DynamoDB Accelerator provide the higher efficiency for your queries, and as well as it provide the caching, and it can serve a million requests per second. So DEX is very useful when you need very high performance and you don't want to manage your caching lifecycle. Then you can adopt the DEX on the top of the Amazon DynamoDB. But it is not advisable to use petabyte scale data set for storing into the DynamoDB, and as well as running the analytics job can have the performance issues. So DEX is not a correct answer. DDB with DEX is not the correct answer. D is saying that Amazon Elastic Cache for Redis with cluster mode enabled. So Elastic Cache is not used. Sorry, Redis is not useful to store the petabyte scale dataset. So this is the completely wrong answer. So let's talk about the Amazon Redshift. Amazon Redshift is a fully managed AWS web service, AWS service, and Redshift is meant to store the petabyte scale dataset. As well as in the Redshift, you can store the structured as well as the unstructured data. And if you are using on the top of that Redshift Spectrum, then yes, it is very good and giving the high performance to running your SQL queries, and you can have the you can easily run the different kind of data analytics job by using the Redshift Spectrum. So this is the correct answer. So let's jump on the next slide to know more about the DEX and to know more about the Redshift Spectrum. Amazon DynamoDB Accelerator is a fully managed, highly available in-memory cache for DynamoDB that delivers up to 10x performance improvement. So when we are talking about the in-memory cache, then we need to manage the cache lifecycle. But in case of DEX, you no need to manage the invalidation of your cache. It will be managed by the DEX, and as well as data population cluster management is taken care by the DEX as well. And apart from that, one more thing is like that it is the scalability is very high. So if the high traffic is coming, it will provide the enough elasticity to you so that there will not be any latency problem. But of course the DEX is not good for storing the petabyte scale of data and running the SQL queries on the top of that. But it is very good when you need the higher performance, and as well as you are having too much read operation, then you can use the in-memory cache, and you no need to worry about that how to populate the data for that cache and thinking about the cache lifecycle. It is managed by the Dynamo DEX. So this is the Amazon Redshift Spectrum. So you are having the petabyte scale of data, then you can run your queries by having a Redshift Spectrum layer where you can write the SQL queries, and here you can see that you need good amount of compute power. In that condition, Amazon Redshift provide you the cluster level of architecture where you can provision the multiple cluster, and inside the each cluster you can have the worker nodes, and the top is like providing you the complete good amount of compute power, and it helps to run the queries and provide you the response with very high with a good amount with good speed. And as well as you can have the data catalog, and it can be used by the Redshift Spectrum layer. So there is a simple example of a query, but this is the complex query where we are having a table like customer order, and you are trying to join. So there is a multiple join operation you can also do easily with help of Amazon Spectrum layer on the top of petabyte size of data set. This is the one more slide I have added about more like when to use the Amazon Redshift Spectrum and about its feature. So Amazon Redshift Spectrum is very useful when you are having the huge amount of data and you are looking for the efficient query, and retrieve the structure and semi-structured data from the files in Amazon S3 without having to load the data into Amazon Redshift. There is one more good advantage like that in here in this example you have seen. Even if you do not have the Redshift, you can use the Redshift Spectrum by um, storing the data in the S3 bucket and then running the Redshift Spectrum on the top of that. So this example is showing without Redshift, and file are stored into the S3 buckets. As well as the Redshift Spectrum queries employ the massive parallels to execute very fast against the large data set. So we were talking about the petabyte size data. So yes, of course, Redshift Spectrum can be used. Much of the processing occurs in the Redshift Spectrum layer, and most of the data remain in Amazon S3. Multiple clusters can concurrently query the same data set in Amazon S3 without the need to make copies of the data for each cluster. So this is the more detail about the Amazon Redshift Spectrum. Like you can combine with the Amazon Redshift, means like you can run on the top of the Amazon Redshift, and you just need to write the SQL queries. Use the compute power of Amazon Redshift cluster for the higher performance. The last one is the Redshift Spectrum offers several capabilities that widen your possible implementation strategies. For example, it expands the data size accessible to Amazon Redshift that enable you to separate compute from storage to enhance the processing for mixed workload use case. So this already I have explained in this diagram. That's all from my side.